Hey guys, welcome back. It's been a while. Let me tone down this music so you can hear me. Welcome back to Dreadlock Diaries, also known as Lock Diaries. How you guys doing? It's your girl, Michelle, aka Fit. I wanted to talk to you about my 5 years in. It's been 5 years. It's been good. It's been bad. It's been ugly. But there's been a lot of good things happening. So I'm excited to do this video because it's been a while since I did a video. This is how long my hair is at this point now. Pretty long, past my shoulders, past my bra strap. So I definitely have that hang time I've been complaining about and wishing for the longest is here. This is how much hair I have, and it's a lot. It's heavy, and there's been good and there's been bad. But let me talk about the bad. If you know, you know. If you're new here, like, subscribe, leave me a comment, let me know where you're from, how I met you, how you came across my channel. I really do appreciate that. I'm just a regular girl from the Bronx, but I have had some bad things happen in my life journey. It's been crazy, and one of the things that happened that was in my life journey that was kind of bad was, a lock popping off, midway through the lock, just really popping off. That was horrible because I felt horrible because I think it was my fault. I didn't take care of it the best I could. I was really bad about myself. And actually, losing a full lock, or almost more than half a lock or more than a piece of lock, that was horrible. Like, losing locks is not a good thing. And it definitely was a point where, like, more than a chunk of my lock definitely came off in the ponytail at one point, and that was really horrible. So losing a lock, having a pop off a lock, those are horrible things because you want your locks to grow and flourish and be beautiful and strong and thick and healthy. And if you're losing locks, that's a sign that your hair is not as healthy and good as you want it to be. But to each his own. You learn things as the journey progresses. You learn what hair care products to buy, what kind of caps to buy, how often to treat your hair, what oils to use, what sprays to use. You learn it all, so it's not that bad. I have a note here making sure I tackle everything on my list and I don't go off the radar. But what all good comes bad, all good comes bad, all bad comes good, and some of the good things is all the growth I got. I got a whole bunch of growth, within a blink, I got a whole bunch of growth. And that growth has been exciting. The growth has been a lot, a lot, a lot. Shout out to the Cynical One. Hey, Cynical One, how are you? I didn't even see you was there. Thank you for popping in. The growth has been crazy. I definitely achieved broad strap length growth within 5 years of my lock journey. So, I didn't know how fast my hair would grow in 5 years. And I definitely had a goal of broad straps. So I didn't know I could almost get there, but I'm definitely there. Shout out to the Cynical One, guys. If you know, leave a comment, like, subscribe, share. She's been a real one from day one. And I've been very inconsistent. So this is an impromptu, but thank you for popping in, Cynical One. But there's been a lot of growth. The growth has been tremendous. The growth has been so much that is growing faster than I can record and document. And as you guys know, I've documented my entire journey thus far. The washes, the DIYs, the products, the loctician styles, things going wrong, the new hair colors. I've documented a lot of my journey to how many locks I have, the colors I've tried, which one looks better, blonde or brunette or blonde or ombre. I've done a lot of different videos. The products I'm buying, the conditioners, the leave-in treatments, the shampoos. I've done a lot of videos on all those different things. The satin caps I'm buying, the kind of hair jewelry, the kind of hair accessories I put in my hair. I've done videos about all those things. So there's been a lot of content on my channel about various things outside of how long my hair was growing. So if you know, it's really a lot to talk about. But for me, honestly speaking, the growth has been like one of the most prominent things that, gets me because it gets me attention. Something that, I'm liking with the hair, people talking to me about how long has your hair grown and when did you start and how did you start and who did your hair, what do you do, what do you buy? Like, those conversations are always interesting because it makes you feel important. Like, oh wow, my hair stands out to the point where someone wants to know what I'm doing so they can follow my regimen, my treatment. That's super dope. So, the attention has been great. Who doesn't love attention of some sort? But the attention just about my hair, the color, the length, the size, the hairstyle I may get, like, those are super exciting things to hear because, again, you don't know who you're going to impact on your journey outside with your hair. Whether it's a good hair day or a bad hair day, you never know who's going to come across who's going to like what your hair looks like, and, vice versa. Like, I've walked up to many men and women in the streets, even kids, and say, who does your hair? I like your hair, and how long have you had your locks for? So the attention is dope. I definitely like the attention. The attention is really like a conversational piece because at the end of the day, It gives you inspiration, ideas of where you may want to go with your life journey. You may have a different vision for your life journey than I do, but for me, my journey, my vision was I want to have broad strap length hair. And I achieved that in 5 years. I've gotten broad strap length hair. If you check out my short videos within the last 30 to 60 days, you'll see a lot of videos and short videos of my hair being to my breast or, to my broad strap in the back. So I've achieved that. My hair has got that long. You guys can see on my bed right now. That's how long my hair has gotten. So that's a goal and that's exciting. And with that, it gets you to be able to network even if you're not trying. So having hair that stands out or, hairstyles that stand out gets you to meet people that, know people, and you start sharing who your loctician is, where your salon is, where do they, how much of the cost, what kind of styles can be done, what kind of services can be provided, so it's a large community of people to network with, from word to word, from word of mouth to, social media, to um, just hearing, advertisements and commercials, like, you get to really network with people that tell you people that do hair, what they do hair at their home, whether they have a hairstylist in a salon, or whether, they, actually do hair themselves, or, they know any tips or tricks, what kind of shampoos or conditioners or oils or butters or accessories. Like there's so much to learn in the community when you start networking with people, you just learn things that you never thought you could have found out on your own. Like, you may learn about different scrubbing techniques and brushes, to really lock to really wash your locks from root to tip. Sometimes you feel like you're not washing your hair good unless you have like a detox, or you have your hair soaked for a while. But you just learn so much valuable information because people are just so open and honest and vulnerable with you and just giving you information for you to use for food for thought. And it's amazing, just having people just give you information without having to search and research and do all of the legwork for it. So the networking part is just amazing because again, people may walk up to you because of how your hair is styled, the color, the length, how your hair smells, how you may look with your outfit, with your locks together. And people automatically want to just, give you information, ask you questions, share content, share websites, share bloggers, or share, stylists or locticians or salons or barbershops or, tips and tricks about, what can make your life easy with having locks. And again, as I always say, it was not that approachable when I had loose natural hair. When I had loose natural hair, people I don't feel would give me the tips and tricks to how to get the best braid outs, the best twist outs, the best shampoos that don't leave residue, or the best conditioners, that aren't too heavy or greasy or oily. Like it was really hard to get that information. But the live journey is just so loving and approaching and appreciative, and people just give you the information like they want to see you succeed because they can only remember like them at that stage of the journey. But with some good comes some bad too. I definitely experienced tangled locks. Tangled locks is a horrible thing. Again, some bad things happen. Tangled locks. So what are tangled locks? Tangled locks are things that happen when you don't do the right thing. You don't give your hair TLC. So with tangled locks, it could be the roots of your hair getting tangled because you're not separating and washing, conditioning, and retwisting, or it can actually be the locks themselves being tangled together because you haven't styled your hair in such a long period of time that, excuse me, just like something's like blown by my nose. You haven't washed your hair or, done anything for so long that, it just starts to mat together. And that can be very painful, very hurtful, very damaging to your locks. So, that's a bad thing. Again, won't talk about some of those bad things in 5 years. Experiencing tangled locks is not a good thing. Tangled locks really means that the roots of your hair is getting matted or the locks themselves are getting matted and stuck to each other. And it's painful to cut it out and to separate it. And sometimes it literally has to be cut with scissors just to become undone, just for you to be able to have your hair washed or retwist again because you've taken so long to give your hair some tender loving care. So those are the bad moments. Those are the horrible moments. The painful wash and retwist, the painful separation, the painful parting, the painful, pulling and tugging and popping. Not a good thing. I don't recommend it. So don't be like me. Don't let your hair go undone for so long that it gets to the point where your hair is tangled and you have to literally use scissors to cut your hair separate to unseparate it. Like it's a horrible feeling. And I feel like, it kind of messes up the routine, the style a little bit. It's messing up the natural way you separated your hair, the way you parted your hair, the grid pattern you started with, the size you started with. It's like manipulating that and it's changing that. So that's another thing as well. Good evening, Third World Columbia. Nice to see you. Thank you for popping in, showing me some love. Really appreciate you popping in. Shout out to Third World Columbia. You guys, if you see him in these YouTube, you make sure you hit a like and subscribe to his channel as well as his other channel where he ventures off for his people. They have great conversations. I believe the channel is for the record TV. Definitely shout him out, show your love, and see what he's doing on his side of the town, representing Texas all day, every day. But again, keeping it positive. The journey has been great when it came to playing and exploring with the colors. You guys know I did the blonde color, I did the platinum blonde, I did the golden blonde, I did the this color here, which is the three colors in one, the soft copper, the ginger, and the chocolate and the roots. I've had it black from day one, and people warned me, people told me to beware, be careful, don't do too much. But I had to pop out one time. There's always a moment to pop out and show your love and feel like you're feeling good. And this is one of those moments where I was just feeling good about myself and my hair and everything like that. And wanted to pop out one time. And good things do happen when you take care of your hair, give it tender love and affection. You oil it, you moisturize it, you wash it, you condition it, you twist it, you separate it, you do what you're supposed to do. You can have fun with your hair and do colors and explore all around and not play it safe because you're doing the right thing to take care of your hair. So the color part was so fun, just seeing me look like a different person, me with blonde hair, looking like a blonde bombshell. Or so I think, and me with the ombre color, trying to resemble Mary J. Blige with her fun hair colors, and all the Pinterest, boards I create on my social media Pinterest, and just seeing how I look with these hairstyles. Like I didn't think I could pull off these hairstyles, these colors, but I did, and I'm really happy that I decided to, try them out and not be in my head and be afraid of it because I sometimes live in my head. But you guys, if you know me, you already know that. But not for nothing, moving along outside of the colors, bad things came, with colors, and with, not taking care of your hair. Some of those bad things is, dryness, your hair getting super dry, your hair texture changing totally, it goes along with that lock process as well. And, just having times where, your face needs to be done because you have this bleach blonde hair color or this platinum blonde hair color. And, if you don't have on makeup now, you look like you're sleeping or you're dead or you're super lit, and it doesn't match the balance. So, those are the bad things. Certain hair colors, you have to have a full face of makeup or some makeup on because if not, it doesn't blend well. And I feel like the blonde definitely gave me that vision. Like having the blonde hair made, I always have to have on some makeup, whether it's a light beat or a natural beat or a medium beat. I always have to have some eyeliner, some concealer, some foundation on all the time because the hair was so bright. It brought so much attention directly right here to my face. So this always had to be looking great, So that was one of the bad things, having to, keep up with those tips and tricks and those looks, to pull it off. Like that was definitely kind of difficult. But at the end, I embraced the hair colors. I embraced the blonde. I embraced the ombre, the platinum blonde, the bleach blonde. This three color ombre I have right now. I embraced it all. I loved it. I played with it. I had good experiences. I had bad experiences. I had fun experiences. I did not limitate, myself to what I should do based on other people's information and facts and data. I had fun with it, and that's why I wanted to do the journey to have fun with it. So if like, you definitely do the journey to have fun with it, and things happen, one more bad thing I want to pass by right now is, there's been times I actually cut my hair by mistake. Accidentally, I've cut my hair. Um, I've cut my hair accidentally, like taking rubber bands out of my hair. And I have a question right here. Someone says, if you don't mind me asking, what does your locks smell like? What product do you use to keep them conditioned and moisturized? So my locks can smell sweaty like I'm working out, or they can smell fruity like the shampoo and conditioner I use. So for the most part, my locks smell like the shampoo and conditioner I'm using to wash and condition my hair. But of course, when that conditioner smell and that fresh shampoo smell comes out after a week or two of washing, feel like my locks smell like my natural body scent. I don't know how to describe that scent, but I feel like that's what my locks smell like. They don't really have a strong scent, but I like to use a lot of oils, so they may smell like the oils I use. One of the common oils I use in my locks is the oil called Wild Growth, and it has a really strong herbal natural smell. It doesn't have a sweet, fruity, pleasant smell. It has a really nice herbal, strong smell, almost kind of like maybe beeswax ish a little bit, maybe with a little bit of castor oil. So it's not like the best smell, but I love fruity smells. I love fruity things. And most of the things I wash my hair with, have some kind of mango or some kind of sweet scented smell because I love smells. I'm all about smells. When my hair smells good, I feel good, and it makes me want to embrace my hair even more. And I'm at that point though. I'm at the point where I've embraced my hair. I'm 5 years in the journey. I have 60 locks. I started June 1st, 2020. It's 2025 now, so I've made it 5 years throughout the journey, and it's been tough. It's been long. It's been a lot of stress. I made a lot of mistakes. Again, I popped my hair off by accident. I've lost locks. I've accidentally cut locks. Um, I put too much of my hair and then washed it out before. I retwisted my whole head and it came out the same night or the next day because I didn't have the right product. So I made a lot of mistakes. Shout out to Irby. How you doing, Irby? Thank you for popping through. So I made a lot of mistakes, and you learn from your mistakes. You learn to find a stronger gel, find a tighter scarf. You learn to let your hair sit longer before you just unravel it and take it out. Like, so you definitely learn tips and tricks to it. You learn how to be better every time. So if you're using one clip the first time, the next time you may use two clips. If you're using one scarf the first time, you may use two scarves the next time. So you learn how to finesse the game. You learn how to get better and do better each and every time. And honestly, I wouldn't change any of it all for the world. 5 years is what I thought, I was not gonna make. I didn't think I could do this, but I did. Shout out to everybody who came through tonight. There were Colombian, Irby Fatal, the cynical one. I just have not done a live stream in so long. I feel like I owed everyone a live stream. It's been a really, really long time. And I was gonna do this on list. I'm like, you know what, shoot the shit, shot it, don't be afraid, just get out there and let everybody know how you feel. But thank you guys for following, checking out, popping on this live stream, showing you guys lots of love all day, every day. Happy weekend. Enjoy this hot weather. And I'm out of here. I hope to do some more live streams soon, some more scheduled live streams. Maybe I drop some videos soon too. But that's all I got for you guys. Peace out and have a great weekend. One love. Bye.
My look today. And welcome to my Dreadlock Diaries. Let's vibe. My look today. And welcome to my Dreadlock Diaries. Let's vibe. My look today.